Hey, my name is Jobby, and we're looking at the Trojan Horse TH-01 Hurricane, who's totally not the Beast Wars character, Waspinator, but instead of a janky CGI model that turns into a wasp, this is an epic redesign that turns into a helicopter. We'll get to that later. You know what else is epic? This video is brought to you by Honkai Star Rail, a free-to-play cross-platform RPG from the creators of Genshin Impact, with the PS5 release coming in the fall. As a trailblazer, step onto the Astral Express and embark on an interstellar adventure across a meticulously crafted sci-fi world as you unfold a rich, epic story of galactic proportions, full of thrilling turn-based combat, impeccable animation and music, and more than 20 playable charming characters, including a new limited 5-star character, Imbibitor Lunae, a noble and elegant man from a dragon bloodline who can manipulate the flow of water to inflict massive damage. And another new limited 5-star character, Fu Xuan, is a hottie. A haughty and ambitious young woman whose specialty is protecting her teammates in battle, making her an excellent damage-reducing support character. And in this brand new update version 1.3, you'll see what happens after the main story, giving you a chance to learn more about the characters and places of the Xianzhou, that's fun to say. I'm totally butchering it. The update also introduces a new version of the simulated universe, a challenging roguelike gameplay mode. And there are free 10 warps waiting to be won. Log in for 7 days to claim 10-star rail special passes for free, which can be used to pull Imbibitor Lunae or Fu Xuan. You know, just gacha game things. So check that link in the description to download Honkai Star Rail and use my redemption code below to redeem 50 Stellar Jade. To all you future trailblazers, enjoy your time aboard the Astral Express. And have some Xianzhou tofu. This third-party figure features a beautiful box with appealing artwork. And it opens up like a model kit, strangely enough. And so far, so good. There's an air of professionalism here that I like to see when it comes to third-party figures. In other words, it doesn't look like it'll fall apart at the seams. At least not yet. And once you get to the actual figure, the painting and the sculpting on this figure is amazing. What a great design. Maybe even a little too cool for everyone's favorite loser. But as drastic as this redesign is, it still feels like Waspinator. Although, admittedly, most of the character is in the head. Great use of clear parts for the eyes, and the head sculpt itself is perfect. You can just hear the voice of Scott McNeil. Right, Scott? Do you even have social media? I need to also bully you into a video. I guess my shitty impression will have to do for now. Waspinator's time to contain the China. This is like a live-action interpretation of Waspinator, as if good old Michael had a hand in it. Nah, never mind. It's too cohesive. At least for now. And thankfully, it feels cohesive. For now. Even with his barely there abdomen, he's a lot more solid than he looks. And ever so slightly weighty. I swear there's some die-cast metal in his feet. And his stinger. Waspinator's gonna fucking go! It's just the legs that could get slightly annoying. The tabs that comprise it don't always fit together. Just connect it to a ball joint so that pops right back in. But just line everything back up here and give it a little squeeze, and the calves should feel like one piece as they should. And as you handle... And this is the least of the figure's problems, believe me, we'll get to it later. And as you're handling the figure, be very aware that it can be sharp. Not many rubberized pieces to accommodate for self-destructive idiots. Especially with the included stinger. Not that one. Great reference to his original weapon, but unfortunately it doesn't come from his big, stripy... He's got no ass. Can't relate. Even still, you could... Get it off! We went from no ass to white girl ass. Once the stinger's in there, though, it's a bit tough to get it out. Waspinator loves the feeling of it popping out. As for his hand, he's got a decent grip, helped out by this tab, plugs right in, and some super tight fingers. Very sharp nails. These things have no reason to be as tight as they are for how small they are. And if you thought he wasn't sharp enough, my god, these two blast effect parts can definitely draw blood. Simply sheaths into the blaster, and they do look really cool. And that's all the accessories you get. Not even a trading card with broken English. But with the figure's posability, you could get a lot out of that one little stinger. Ball joint at the head. Every ball joint can be a swivel. Can look up that far and look down that far. Butterfly joint. And this part can move up. Arm moves out. Rotation at the arm. Ball joint at the shoulder pad. And another ball joint here. Every ball joint. Bicep swivel. Bend at the elbow. Ball joint at the wrist. Every ball joint. Tight ass hinge joint at the fingers, and it's individually articulated. And ball joint at the thumb, but forget about swiveling that tiny thing. Ab crunch, and an arcing back side to side, which works those little pistons there. Waist swivel on the back. His wings are on hinge joints, and these clear parts are on ball joints, but that's more for the transformation. Rotation at the leg, can't move back that far. You get up. Beautiful spread! Thigh swivel. Careful when trying to bend the knee. The calf tends to obliterate itself. Double bend at the knee. Up and down at the ankle. A toe spread. And a beautiful ankle pivot. Posability on this figure is fantastic, but these legs just get more and more annoying to deal with the more I pose it. Plug in, motherfucker. But when the legs aren't falling apart, he's actually really fun to pose. But for how much this thing costs is a bit small. Link in the description if you're interested, by the way. But I got mine for free. Thanks, Shozy. Anyway, size comparison time. Here's Figma-matic Economy, Haya Toys Godzilla, the Magic Square Light of Peace, and the Deluxe Class Transformers Generations Waspinator, which I reviewed a long time ago. Check it out. That figure's also a lot easier to transform. According to the fold-out instructions, it doesn't look that bad, I guess? The devil is in the details. For any patrons or members, here's your names in the scrolling credits. Waspinator, terrorize my sanity. My first impression of the process wasn't the best.
Waspinator is a confusing labyrinth of a figure. Waspinator is an endurance test for most mortal men.
Also, man in the chat says, are the doors backwards? Holy Primus's butthole, this was not fun at all. You know, I generally like complex transformations, but something that a lot of toys neglect is that it actually has to be fun. How can toy companies expect you to treat a figure like a porcelain doll when the figure transforms? You have to get your hands on it by the very nature of it being a transformable figure. The material should be able to withstand a basic amount of force, right? Am I reading the instructions wrong? Wait. What? Hello. I am the end of your life. But with all of that said, I can't deny that the helicopter mode looks amazing. It barely looks like I put my blood, sweat, and balls into transforming it with its sleek profile and lack of bottom kibble. But with the amount of pain that I went through, I wouldn't mind a peekaboo head sculpt at this point. If we flip out the handle for the stinger, you can plug it into the bottom of the helicopter. Looks really cool. Feels really cool as well. Really fun to swoosh around. Gotta be careful when doing this with the stinger attached. You could actually stab somebody, bayonet somebody. Average British encounter. At least Oscar's on a shooting gallery, innit? The sleek tube-like structure of the mode makes it a prime candidate to shove up your side comparison time. Here's Monica Godzilla Prime.
It was Waspinator.
Trojan Horse. What an appropriate name. Something that seems like a blessing, but once you know what's inside, you die. He's got a fantastic robot mode, and both modes look fantastic. That transformation, man! I wish I could get excited for these guys' next release, because that looks amazing. This really had the potential to be a 5 out of 5 figure. But for now...
Waspinator, a suicide! Waspinator says thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing.